Kian, Suiskapaiman, Kanchayanai, Ziao, Fuan Feni, Zephyrin Stai, Uboru Yen Yan, Ji Hyan Suiska, Hyan Yang Chu, Yan Zatak, Yan Si Honorable Zan Eri. Dian, Zan, Bai Ifayu, Zangan Ian Su, Mongs Wens, Zan, Si Chu, Quark Fengu, Zaning Cubis, Benzathro X Duan, Enastradiku At. Who is God and who created him? Let me enlighten you to the answer to that question. We don't need to know the answer to that question, for none are meant to know that. To do so would be the equivalent of looking upon the face of God. That would put at risk everything that was, is and has yet to be. Faith does not require such knowledge to be known, only that we have faith in him, that he is the creator of all that is, the true God, beyond all the entitlements that mankind has placed upon his name in trying to understand that concept. The God of Islam is not the true God. The God of Christianity is not the true God, nor the God of Catholicism or any of the other religions. Not the Immaculate Image or the Intangible One either. God is not a concept that can be found in one word or phrase or image. God is the one we each have been shown through his works and thus come to understand individually as the Creator, or Yahweh, or Elohim, or Jehovah, or however he has revealed to you that he is. When we go to church in mass and give praise to the image erected by the church and forget the one who has revealed himself to us personally. When we ignore the living will of God and give praise and expectation to the church image of him, we sin, for we have turned our ears and hearts away from his will that is present around us as we live and breathe. So that answers the question of how deep my faith goes. But who am I? Blink, I'm here. No, not that guy. I'm the other white meat. But I digress to question not the word but mankind's interpretation of its subtle small facts that surround it. I hear how Adam and Eve transgressed the command of God and defied him by eating of the fruit, and thus condemning us all to the price we pay, the price his own Son paid for the deeds of our sins. But if sin was a transgression from God's command and our error to bear, then I call bullshit. I don't believe they committed any such act of disobedience. For free will is a gift specifically from God to man, and the source of that free will came to us through that fruit. The entire scenario of eating the fruit, attaining self-awareness and building that awareness to become aware of right and wrong, good and evil, and the choice for salvation or damnation. All by the design of his will, his gift to mankind that is free will. So in this philosophical sense, how did Adam and Eve go wrong at all? Defy his word but not his will, and you shall be upon the path the Lord intended. And now that we've established who I am, let us get into the topic of my past as the angel Lucifer and the events that led to my being cast out of heaven to earth in this era to achieve that task set before me by God, in my probationary period in what can be called my career. I also remember the discussion us 7 out of the 200 Nephilim that were sent with us to earth had pertaining to the first concept we had of bearing children with the mortal women I shall list here now. This is the tale of the events after the rebellion of heaven just before the first war in heaven began, that was an attempt to stop the flooding of the earth. The second war against the lords of darkness were the forces of Azazel, Samael, and some of the children of the Nephilim such as Samjazel, Razael, Sokael, Kunchnael, Azrael, Zathnael and Ananael. It was during this war that the Cyclops were created, and it ended with the death of the proper king of the sons of God, Uranus, at the hands of Kronos. Then there are the Titans and Olympians of the third war and the binding of their ancestors, the legions of the lords of darkness and their brethren from the second war that they summarized as simply chaos. Now many do not realize that the Olympians were of a race long forgotten and hidden in rumors and myths. The origin of their lineage goes back to the second war of heaven that took place after the Great War and the Great Flood. To recap briefly, after the war in heaven and the flooding of the earth as well as the death of the mortal forms of the children of the Nephilim who were called the Rasham. The Rasham did not adhere to the laws of death as mortals do because of their heritage from their parents, who were angels sent from heaven down to earth under the command of Lucifer to watch over the earth and maintain the cosmic balance and to protect mankind. These were their top priorities officially. They were also tasked to discreetly observe mankind and pay attention to the details of their emotions and actions and reactions taken by them. They were to learn as much as they could about human emotion for reasons God did not reveal at that time, as he was so infamous for doing when sending his angels to perform duties. That purpose has been revealed now and shall explain that too briefly here.
On the gods, a legend rose to claim his place among them. And even though Kratos sat on the throne as the new god of war, he was haunted by visions of his family. A family he himself murdered. But the hands of death could not defeat him. The Sisters of Fate could not control him. And on this day, the man, the legend, Kratos, will have his revenge.
My vengeance ends now. My brothers, we were forged in victory. A victory that ended the Great War and brought forth the reign of Mount Olympus. Born from the depths of the underworld, rooted in the River of Souls, our mountain emerged out of the chaos. As it grew, so too did the might of the Olympians. We created a world of peace, a world of prosperity, a world that lives in the shadow and safety of my mountain. A mountain that has come to be the absolute measure of strength and power. Now, on this day, that power is to be tested The mortal Kratos seeks to destroy all that I have wrought. Brothers, put aside the petty grievances that have splintered us for so long. We will unite. We will stand together. And I will wipe out this plague. Olympus will prevail!
Son has returned. I bring the destruction of Olympus!
challenge me, mortal? A god of Olympus?
Leave the sea and face me!
You have disrespected the gods for the last time, Kratos.
Jump to my hand!
For the greatness of Olympus!
Zeus should have kept you where you belong. No matter how many gods fall, there will always be another to stand against you.
They will fall as well.
The death of Olympus means the death of us all.
Then prepare for your death, Poseidon.
Kratos, the death of Zeus is within our reach. Climb to my hand.
What will you do, father? You can no longer hide behind the skirts of Athena.
Athena is dead because of the rage that consumes you, Kratos. What more will you destroy?
The hands of death could not defeat me. The sisters of fate could not hold me. And you will not see the end of this day. I will have my revenge!
Excellent child! I will tolerate your insolence no more!
you, we will both fall. Even now, Zeus gains.
The destruction of Zeus is why you saved me from death!
I saved you to serve the Titans!
Do not deny me my revenge!
Listen carefully, Kratos. You were a simple pawn, nothing more. Zeus is no longer your concern. This is our war, not yours!
Gaia!
I have lived as a warrior. I have died as a god. Having suffered the ultimate sacrifice, I have been denied release. I will defeat Olympus. I will have my revenge.
The purpose of the Watcher's duty to observe the emotional aspect of the human nature, the sins and virtues of mankind as they developed and evolved them into the aspect of mankind's current deep understanding of the human mind and psychological functions and reactions that we have developed. Its purpose was tied to the description of the Creator's qualities of being the omniscient being that knows all the details necessary to be the creator that he is when he created existence and all within it.